Excellent. Okay, go wider. Can you look down at the slurp?
Yeah. I'm going to fly forward.
Okay.
And you can do all that.
You know what? I don't have a touch screen.
No.
I'm on 4.
Sorry, what, where do you want to put this?
We're going to put that in slurp 7.
Roger. Okay, that looks like a flush jar there.
Oh, lift Argus up. Pretty low.
Okay, thanks.
Sample number, is it 14 or
Okay,
15?
that's looking a little better.
114, 14.
Oh, this is the magical sample number equals the cruise number.
It's pretty good for only 5 dives.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of samples.
Productive.
Okay, there's 7. I might, what do you think about me waiting for you to catch up and get a little more stable so it's not all flopping around like that?
You can do all that while we're on the move.
Roger. Oh, we'll do it while we're on the move.
Oh, it just wants to go.
There you go. I think it took some of it, did it? Yeah.
Yeah, it took some of it.
Okay.
Bombs away.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Thanks. I'm aware that I asked for that about 2 minutes after I was like, yeah, I don't think we're going to sample.
All right, worked out.
I can't complain.
Let's resume the line at 0.4, maybe?
I didn't see it go back.
I
Yep.
didn't see that second.
Bridge nav, can we resume the line at
That's
0.4, please?
Are you still suctioning?
No, I am not.
Just run it again.
I don't think it went in.
Okay.
There
you
it
go.
is. Cool, thanks.
Good job.
Thanks.
Bring Argus
Yep,
up a bit.
I'm on it.
Oh, that wasn't.
I just, it's It's okay. Just switched them too.
Oh, what's that?
Okay, we're resuming 045.
Yes.
Roger.
Roger.
We have 1 more hour.
Sam, it would be really sweet if we could just not sample some more. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, we definitely won't sample now.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Can we do a zoom where the lasers are though?
Yep, go ahead, video.
Looks like another one, maybe?
Woo.
Yes. That one looks a little more organized.
Is that the same thing as what we just sampled? Just more consolidated?
I think so. I mean, the morphology was pretty different.
Yeah.
Or is this one bamboo maybe actually? Trying to see if there's...
Albert, did you end up bringing the ship back when we stopped there?
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is bamboo.
Did you end up bringing the ship back the
Just
other
couldn't see
direction
the
when we
nodes.
stopped?
I did a 40-meter step back, yes.
Okay.
Explains why the morphology is different. That's good, thanks Gabby.
Full wide
Or Mike.
video.
That's Mike, yep.
I never know who's doing what.
Switching around too often. Keep you on your toes.
And I never thank Nick, even though he's the one that does the zoom.
Team Thankless job. Video engineer.
Come down a bit.
You feeling it?
Yeah. 28 meters. Zoom in there, please.
Mike, this is your coral.
Looks like this one got a haircut.
Sick of it.
Yeah, it does too.
There's not like an ROV like 100 feet ahead of us sampling, right?
Looks that way, doesn't
This
it?
is the second one that's had a haircut.
Okay, full wide.
Trevor was trying to put a stalk into the slurp like you just did, but it got jammed, and he was trying to push it in, but he kept grabbing it with the cutter, and he kept snipping little bits off of it. It kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller. He was like, ah! He kept doing it. He did it like 4 times. And Ed McNichol says, like, do you want your coral julienned or something? I think they still managed to get a sample, but it was a lot smaller than they thought it
I
was.
mean, we normally chop them up a little bit in the wet lab anyway, so it's
Yeah.
just some
Perfect.
some prep.
Meal prep?
More rocks up here than I thought there'd be. So what do we have left? Any empty slurp buckets? No, none. 2 Niskins.
Yep, 2 Niskins.
And most of the baskets are full.
They're all full.
Dwight, did you ever find your jagged rock without the nodules on it? Or has that eluded
No,
you?
Emil got one that was pretty close, I think, but it still had nodules.
Because I haven't seen anything like that yet.
No, I know.
Zoom in there, video.
So there's one geologist on shore who wants the crusts, and then there's another geologist who wants the basalts. So
Oh, it's rock number 5.
can't make them all.
That did look just like a 5. Pre-label,
That
a
is the
pre-labeled
ROV
sample.
that's going ahead of us. Mark that one.
It's labeling it for us. That's so funny.
I missed that. What's the number 5? The
Okay,
shape of
See
full
the
wide.
little
There's
like
a tube
tube
worm on
worm?
it, on it
Right
in the
under
shape
the-
of a 5.
Oh.
Give me an idea.
What's up?
No. Yeah. Ask Nick if he's sending
Oh.
the back of our heads out.
Are you sending the back of our heads out? Okay. Do it. Do it.
What is this?
1970s Mountain Dew ads.
Resume on that white guy, please.
Yeah. Alright, zoom in. I get one every hour.
Get your fix.
Is that the coral we sampled? Same as the coral we just sampled?
Oh, is it?
Oh, no, it's a bamboo again.
Oh.
Yeah, those two have like kind of similar morphologies. They look similar at first.
They look the same to me. What do I know?
Plus one.
Are you
plus
happy
one.
with that?
Yeah, thanks.
All right, full wide, please. Sure. Zoom in there, video. Okay, full wide.
Is the time to surface still 2 hours, or are we getting shallower?
Not very.
Yeah, it's like we've gone up only like 20 meters.
Zoom in there.
We've gone down from 115 to 112 minutes.
3 minutes.
Okay, full wide.
Because the computer is about to explode. No, because the percentage is full. It went yellow when it reached 80% full. So it's, yeah. After this dive, we'll talk to Ben, see if we can get it down.
Albert, can you zoom out on high pack to see
Yeah?
how much farther there is? Okay, thanks. Probably get up into this area and then these whips or black corals or?
Look like bamboo whips, yeah. We usually don't see them with like branches like that though.
Some of these rocks have funny shapes.
Anything you're interested in, or?
Can't tell.
Showcasing the rocks for him.
Funky.
That's it.
Okay, definitely getting into the low backscatter area now.
Yep. Are you interested in trying another push core
Zoom
up
in there,
here?
video. Okay, full wide.
Trails. Find the urchin.
Put on the bat signal.
I've
It's
seen,
gotta be somewhere
Bat
around
signal.
here.
seen a couple of
How do you do
cucumbers
it
up here
again?
too.
The
Oh,
sides. They gotta go off. And then down, I think. Or is it? There it is.
There it is. We're looking for the urchin. We're signaling him.
or sea cucumber, potentially.
Or, you know, any other megafauna. Something.
We're looking for life right now. Oh, there's something.
Sea-pan life,
Yeah, I'll take that.
or is it a sponge? Looks more like a sponge.
Yeah, it does.
Zoom in, video.
Yep. Sponge it is, or as I like to call it, a rock.
Oh yeah. It's like we're in the desert.
Yep.
Okay, full wide.
I wonder what the sponge is on though.
Yeah, I was reading that some glass sponges can actually grow in sediment, which I wouldn't have guessed, but I mean, or it could be one that's just on like bedrock, like right below this. Although I'm guessing the sediment's a little deeper up here.
That was cool. Jelly went by.
Yeah. Brief little sighting.
Is there any place like web page or so that you can kind of navigate all the taxonomy tree or something like that, all the way down to the species? You know what I mean? Like that you could just like start and say, I want animals, and then this group, and then this species, and then blah, until you get down to the.
Yeah, Sam's on one that's like that right now.
Yeah, so NOAA puts out a benthic deep water animal guide, which has been very, very helpful. This did not really exist when I was in grad school, and I wish we had it. But yeah, if you just want to like look through like different taxonomies like that, actually like Wikipedia is like a really nice resource for that. They
No,
like
but I mean something that is meant to be used, like you are actually following the tree, in terms of you can start in the route and you can just like go to the different kingdoms or different the first division and then down to the second, third, blah blah blah.
oh, like a giant tree of life or something.
Yeah,
Zoom in video.
that'd be cool.
Sure, there is. I haven't
Yeah, there's a few
played around
trees
with
of
it.
life out there that have been coming out, particularly with the advances in genomics.
They're pretty like unwieldy though. I don't know how user friendly it would be to just click through. There's a lot of species out there.
Yeah, but how deep is the tree? Like it doesn't have 2,000 levels. It has 2,000 branches, but it doesn't have so many levels, no? Because at the end, it's like.
Well, it gets pretty complex, particularly
Full
when
wide. That was a
you
big one.
consider if it includes bacteria and archaea as well. It's really complex. If you collapse those nodes and you just have animals, that's still really, really complex.
And it can have membership of certain species can be probabilistic, right? Like
Yeah,
there's not a
probability.
discrete there aren't discrete classifications as much.
Yeah. There's probability associated with it. You can use like bootstrap methods kind of to like say, okay, this is the most like the probability is the highest that these two things are grouped together. But oftentimes you can find really different trees of life because depending on what method you use, it can end up being pretty different what gets grouped together.
It's up there now.
I mean, if humans are, what did we say, 50% the same as a banana?
Yeah, some complex relationships there.
Yeah. And you know, my dad eats a lot of bananas, so he might even be a little bit closer than that.
Another fish.
Looks like that same one, maybe.
Yeah.
Zoom in video.
Same type, not the same one.
I don't know how fast they are. Can they do 0.5 knots?
Say, it looks like it's built for speed.
Yeah,
Albert,
especially with this thing.
there's a few interactive trees of life that I've found on the internet. So when you're off watch, you can Google them and look.
Wait, let me
Ooh.
see.
Okay, he's not that fast.
No,
not-
definitely not.
This looks about how I swim, actually.
Oh.
Are you looking at my screen, Albert?
Maximum distance reached.
It's like he heard us making fun of him. Was like, okay, I'll stop. So sad.
Crash.
No.
But you
But it
have
just
to actually navigate on
Comes
that.
in
You
pretty
cannot
hot.
click and
Doesn't
You
try
can
and land
click
nicely.
and move around on it. You can look at bears.
Full wide, please, video.
yeah, but that's pretty much what I was looking for. And if you zoom out, where do you go? Like how far out can you?
Are you watching?
Yeah, I'm watching.
I think he just has my screen up.
Oh,
Oh.
I forgot we can do that.
All live.
All
that's
of
exactly
life.
what I was looking for.
There you go. Everything.
So
Archaea and eukaryotes. Bacteria. Yeah, it doesn't include extraterrestrial.
which branch is the one?
Here's
is the-
another one too, but this one is more complicated.
this is not as nice.
Whoa, yeah, that's
this
more
one
what
isn't
I
as
was
pretty.
expecting.
That's more what you would put
But
in a
this one
scientific
has these
paper.
mass extinctions. Look at that. That's cool.
Oh, that one. Yeah, the massive extinction thing is cool.
If I could go back in time, I would love to be able to observe a mass extinction event, like as a
Yeah, you realize that you
bystander.
wouldn't survive. It's
no,
a mass
because
extinction.
if I'm going back in time, I could also probably be able to protect myself from it, right? I'd be an external observer. Like if the technology existed for me to go back in time, yeah, I'd come prepared.
That's what you would go. You would go back to see a mass extinction, like not some really cool animal that used to exist.
No,
Just
she
to
would
watch
go there and see
things
how it
die.
dies.
You'd be like, this mud has
I was
fewer
gonna say.
creatures than usual. Very exciting.
Aren't the mass extinctions like 80 to 95% of all biodiversity disappears? Like,
Yeah,
they're huge amounts of species that
yeah.
are just gone.
And yet we survived. Oh my god, poor planet.
Well, the planet
we
didn't
didn't
survive.
Yeah, we
Any of
haven't
those.
survived the mass
Those
extinction.
haven't happened.
We're a
us yet.
blip.
There's
But
some.
our evolutionary chain did survive.
We're starting one.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
there's a lot
in
of
one.
evidence that we're in the middle of one right now.
So what do you want to go back in time for? Just
I
to
mean-
enjoy it?
I mean, it'd be cool to see a more
Enjoy.
sudden
It's
one.
happening
chill.
right now.
It'd be cool to see a more sudden one, like a huge natural disaster, you know.
I mean, that's
A
kind
meteor
of the
come,
level.
Yeah,
a
meteor.
meteor come and strike down.
So I just listened to a podcast about this. This is not my field. I don't know if the guy is correct, but there's this theory out there that the meteor that killed off the dinosaurs, right? He thinks like the way it killed off most life was it like slams into the planet through a bunch of crap. I think he said something different there, but stuff super high, like essentially into like low orbit. And then when it started raining back down, like the heat generated by each like particle hitting the atmosphere just created like basically just like burned up
An
everything.
inferno, yeah.
So he thinks it like was probably like on the order of like I forget, but like minutes or hours
Yeah.
after the hit.
Wow.
Wouldn't
And
that
that's
be
why-
crazy to see?
And that's why it maybe wasn't like
You
so
wouldn't survive
localized
again.
in your little time bubble.
Yeah, in my time bubble, I would survive.
Yeah, or future technology.
Yeah. You have to think outside the box, Albert.
It's impossible for me.
So what's he got in the new Cosmos? Oh, they have it in both. Ship of the Imagination.
Yeah, yeah.
Which species would you like to see how it was extinct.
It's not so much as I wouldn't like to see a species go extinct like that.
Just the event.
I mean, I can do that here on Earth, but it would be, or here on Earth in present time, but it would be cool to see the event. Yeah.
It's just rude.
Yeah. Everybody has different dreams, I guess.
Like seeing Yellowstone erupt.
That'd
Hey,
be
we
cool.
might get there.
Yeah. That's
Aren't we
massive
overdue?
Scale. We are.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm looking at our time. Don't want to wait too long.
Can we
I haven't seen a rock in a long time, so.
No rock.
can we try a push core at some point here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to stop the ship and wait 5 minutes probably,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Stop ship.
Bridge nav, can we hold position, please? I assume where the ship is a good place for testing that?
Yes.
All the places seem pretty similar right now.
If we get a successful push core, how would you like it processed back up here?
What do we have to process them? We have a sieve.
We have one in the forward hold.
I don't know. I would say probably freeze it and send it home.
Freeze it?
Well, just I want to keep the integrity of it. So how do you do that the best?
Yeah, cap it and
Yeah.
stuff it with. So I'm not sure. We'll have to find some of that stuff.
Yeah. Well, it depends if people are going to look at the biology of it or not. So nobody's. I'd have to look on the.
Yeah, no one's requested.
No one's requested it. I would say we send it to the USGS people to, just determine what kind of sediment it is.
But you want the stratigraphy to be in place
Unless it's just a short little.
and just like bag it.
Yeah, then you could just bag it.
So when you work with the kind of samples that you like, with mud and bacteria and all this, do you get like extra protection just in case the bacteria you collected is something that has not been seen?
No, I'm normally covered in the mud that I'm processing.
My God. No, but like when you
Contagion, like
Explore-
some virus gets released. Is that what you're talking about?
something like that. I don't know.
I would be very at risk to that with how I process them.
No, because with there's been people alerting that that's happening like in the melting ice and
Yeah.
and things like that. So I don't know if the same could potentially happen. Probably when you take a bacteria out of the sea, it just dies, most likely, no?
No, they
No?
they keep cooking for a long time. Yeah.
Really?
If you keep them in happy conditions, they'll keep.
Yeah.
They're very adaptable, and even if certain ones have less of an advantage in the new scenario, other ones will come in, and so that's why it's so important when you're looking at microbiology to preserve the samples very rapidly, because the microbes continue working otherwise, and your data will represent a transformed situation and not the situation that was in the seafloor.
So you don't take any extra care rather than gloves and that's it?
Gloves and, yep, that's it. We sterilize for protecting the sterility of the sample, but
Yeah, but that's for protecting the sample, not for
Yeah.
protecting humanity against something that
No,
you
but
might release from there.
I doubt in the depths that we work in we would find something like that. Most of it's pretty bioactive, like it's being recycled and moved around by animals already. So
Okay, perfect. I'm happy to hear that.
So do you have to worry about the community changing just in the time that it's on the ROV?
yeah.
Do people like preserve or sterilize that depth?
DNA is normally okay in that situation, but RNA can transform. People, it's not incredibly common, but there are people like Pete Gerges, for example, who preserves with RNA later in situ. So he has a
Yeah, I've been out with the blender before
yeah,
for corals.
yeah.
What's the blender?
It's like full of RNA later, and you just stick a, well, we were doing corals.
Yeah.
You stick a coral in there, so it just gives you a snapshot of the RNA that was produced
Yeah.
like at depth, not when it's like stressed coming to the surface.
And you can
Oh,
also do that with
interesting.
cores with a special like syringe mechanism where you inject RNA later into the core after you collect it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Huh. That's cool.
But
I
people
have
still
no
look
idea what that
at
is.
I mean, if you take a push core and you keep it on the ROV, gets brought up and you put it in the freezer right away, people will still look at the RNA if there's no better option, but you just have to keep in mind that it may like interpret the results under the knowledge that perhaps it has shifted some.
Right. So if the stress expression, gene expression is like super high, you.
Yeah.
Hey, there's our urchin. All right, I'm gonna sit down here. Gabby, you wanna do the core?
Sure thing. So do you guys want me to pick up the one that Mike picked up before and just shake it out, or do you want me to go for the one behind it?
You can shake out the first one. That's fine.
Pay out some cable, please.
Okay.
What's that? There? That's down below us. Well, down below the aft deck. Go down the stairs.
Porch light.
When you come outside of the galley there, go down those stairs.
You're already on it.
And then there's a hatch right by that starboard side, almost just past the bottom of the stairs. You go down the hatch and that brings you out that red curtain thing there. That camera is facing forward and starboard. You'd come down the hatch facing the stern, and you turn right and you come through that door. We'll do this. I've been out with Peter Gerges on the Falcor with his group, and they have this like crazy mobile lab. They're studying the snails that hang out around the hydrothermal vents, and they like keep them pressurized in, I guess, temperature pressure environments, I guess. And they study them in there. They torture them. There's little portholes they can look at them through and everything.
Yeah, there's some crazy technology that they employ.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
Is he the one that goes out with an in situ mass spec?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super impressive.
That never works, right?
Oh really?
It worked for us, but then we had it out here, right? I don't know, probably been out here several times, but last time it was out here, we had trouble with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. I know it has worked plenty of times, but
Yeah, that's a good approach to it, Gabby.
Okay.
That sediment stream looks like a bamboo whip.
Yeah. That'll be on YouTube, like the Megalodon videos. They zoom in over here. But what is this?
Jeez, continuous wrist is the worst.
I think if you can elbow or pitch in, well, you're out of there now anyway. It's good. That's the tangliest one to get out.
Oh yeah. Yes, I believe that. That didn't feel that great.
Yeah, it's just in the arms. I'll squat up.
If there's a way to just download this whole website,
Yeah, bring your elbow down.
I don't know.
You start to see it here. Yeah, you can do that now. Yeah. Yeah, just try and wiggle it like you're doing. It's pretty solid though, isn't it?
Yeah. It's kind of all I've got.
would the crowbar help at all?
Let's just smack
Yeah,
it
maybe.
with the crowbar.
Dig a hole.
Is it like possible that it's just like, can it be like, you know, really compacted but it's too dry to stay in? So it's not a rock under it, it's just...
Yeah, possibly.
It might be a clay layer, or who knows? Yeah, there's something. Yeah, you're getting a little more there.
Yeah.
I'm putting a lot of weight on it.
That's all sand.
It's just tiny
Yeah.
rocks.
Just,
Silty sand or sandy silt?
yeah.
You're getting more though. I think it'll fall out again though.
Yeah.
All right, quick
Okay.
draw, McGraw. See how fast you can get it in the holster.
Quick draw, McGraw. It's, yeah.
It's already out.
Doesn't even come out of the hole.
I'm not optimistic here.
Oh wait, you got something.
Yeah, you got something.
Uh-huh, sure do. Uh-huh.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Oh,
And there it
no.
goes.
Come on.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, it's all gone.
Oh, there it goes.
All right, move your camera, Gabby.
Sarah's like, oh, thank you. I don't have to process. We're doing science, you know? It's difficult sometimes.
It's difficult.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work. Well, you get practice taking the tube out of the difficult one.
You guys manage your microphones a little bit, folks.
You
Getting
can
some
probably
feedback.
pitch or elbow in, Gabby. Yeah, there you go.
Sorry, that was probably
Elbow
me.
in?
Drinking my
You're
coffee.
getting there anyway, but
Yeah.
something to bring it in. You're doing it.
Oh, yeah. No, I think I've got a plan here.
Oh, that spirit creature is back.
What?
That dust thing.
Oh, I see it. This is amazing.
Oh yeah, that is creepy.
Supernatural being seeing it. See.
Albert, you don't have a name for that? For the little dirt animal.
Yeah.
The dirt devil.
Nice job, Gabby.
Dirt devil's pretty good.
Okay, close her up.
I think we can go for like
All right,
half an
well,
hour more.
Let's find a rock.
Yeah.
Rock time.
There is a
Right, that's what I like
there's
to
a
hear.
little bright pixel on the
There's a
thing.
little bright
Right.
pixel.
Gabby, that's pretty far outboard there.
Oh, Roger.
Slow it in a little bit.
What were you using as a visual cue to find out that that was too far outboard?
It just looks like it's close to being lined up with the pedestal,
Okay.
which points out. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
that's
yeah.
plenty there now.
I gotcha.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I hadn't figured out a good cue for that yet.
Do we want to resume the line?
Yeah.
Bridge nav, can we resume the line, please?
So Gabby, you made a comment about continuous wrist. What does that mean?
That's like a sort of like a matter of style. So there's two ways to control the wrist, which is the part. So there's the gripper, which opens and closes, right? And then right above the gripper is a joint that can rotate fully in a circle, and allows you to grab things at different angles. And I've got to come up 1 second. And there's two ways to control the angle that the gripper is at. And one of them is a little rocker switch, which allows you press in one direction and the wrist turns in one direction at a very sort of smooth rate, and stops turning as soon as you let go of the rocker switch. And the other one is actually much more like the rest of the arm controller, where you move the entire controller basically. It's not a switch. And you just get these little tiny movements. And it's really like a matter kind of style and sometimes of like what you're trying to do, which of those you use. But most pilots have one that they tend to use more when they can pick either one.
Okay.
And I really like slave, and I often find it in continuous.
Gotcha.
And get myself a little bit tangled trying to continuous wrist. Continuous wrist has a problem where it creeps and you have to recalibrate it. And if you're not quick about using it, it will creep while you're still holding onto something, say a core tube, while it's stuck in its core quiver. And then it starts to put forces on the core and you can break it. So you have to be pretty swift with the continuous wrist sometimes if it's creeping. I don't know. I'm a slave wrist user most of the time.
I was getting the sense you were not.
I am not
pro continuous
I'm
wrist,
not
which is why I was
super pro continuous
curious.
wrist. But like I think most of the other pilots are pro continuous wrist.
There is a switch there for it.
There is a switch there for it. That is true.
I'm very neutral.
You're very neutral, Sam?
Yes.
Sam's neutral. Sam says it's pilot's choice.
There you go.
So I don't judge the other pilots for liking continuous wrist.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't do continuous wrist.
Yeah, that's fair. We all have our preferences.
I mean, I don't judge them too much.
I haven't operated an arm like this, but I think I would go with the continuous wrist.
Yeah?
You just get a feeling?
Yeah.
Albert comes out staunchly pro continuous wrist.
So I'm a little bit weirded out by the fact that I think I'm in like the vast minority with liking slave wrist. Like I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Like I'm very much a newbie to the arm.
I mean,
But
it can't go continuously, so you stroke it out, right?
Yeah,
Like it goes
no,
all the way over,
absolutely.
and then it won't do what you want, and then now you've got another axis of rotation in the front of the arm too. So it's like
Yeah, I that's when I end up using continuous, is when like I can't get it, when I need to be able to go all the way around.
I mean, even if you do it well, it only works some of the time because it's limited, right?
The slave.
Like you can have the jaws on upside down for this slave
just
wrist.
as a for instance.
And the continuous wrist people don't even know what you're talking about. It just goes around.
Oh, we got a Gabby mute. It's exciting.
The jaws are upside down. No, they turn around infinitely. No, not the way I use them. They only turn halfway around. Oh, that sounds limiting.
Things are getting heated.
After this, you still want to do the slave wrist, Gabby?
Heckling. You use whatever works for you.
I have tried both. I can use both, and I prefer one. I feel at ease with my decision.
Sorry, own it.
I am for sure at peace about the wrist situation.
Good.